folks, I'm Jeremy, and I wanted to share how I've been using AI to turn a kind of generic idea into something that feels a little bit more colorful, a little bit more flavorful. And this kind of the idea of this started with this tweet I'm sharing here, where I was blown away with the Replit AI agent tool, which I use with my son to basically build this idea he had around a board bot where you could chat with an AI to figure out what you wanted to do when you're bored. That was a pretty incredible thing. What I regretted is that I didn't record us doing it. I'm going to try to correct that mistake a little bit. I'm also fascinated in how AI is going to transform entrepreneurship. A little bit about me. I had my own bootstrap startup for about 8 years called Tappity. Back when the App Store was just coming out, I started a company to build apps for it, about 6 people. And it was a great run, really fun, learned so much. And then for the last 8 years, I've been helping build a startup called Coda. I started when it was small, and now it's a big company used by lots of enterprises. It's been an incredibly valuable experience. And I think AI is going to transform both of these kind of worlds. But I'm especially curious thinking back to when I was a founder and what it would have done for me. I think AI has this ability to, if you're someone who's willing to try a bunch of things and learn a bunch of skills, AI can accelerate that and can kind of fill in gaps and make you just dangerous enough to be able to do so much more. So I think there's going to be this trend where solopreneurs, small, tiny companies are going to fill a bunch of niches very quickly and find an ability to make revenue using AI. So I want to explore that a bit. I had a generic idea. And it's kind of in this vein with this observation that we're going to have AI, kind of transforming the way entrepreneurs can build businesses. So there's going to be a lot of entrepreneurs with bad ideas trying to build them. I had my own bad idea to target this burgeoning industry, which has been growing, but it's really not a great group to target. It's not that generally they're pre-revenue often. If you're just having an idea. And so not the best to monetize, but this was kind of I wanted to do something anyway for this group because I think it's a fun group to get to know. I had an idea to use AI to basically help entrepreneurs steelman their idea. This is the name I came up with for this website, is Steelman. So it's like you have maybe a crappy idea, and maybe it's worth just throwing away. You do some market research, you realize, okay, it's no good. But it also just might be that it's bland and it just needs a little bit more flavor. It needs a little bit more targeting. It needs to be more specific. And so you just need a little bit of mentorship to get that to the level what it's actually maybe worth trying, worth building. So that was the initial idea. And then I was chatting with ChatGPT. I've been doing this a lot more, even sometimes just on my walks, walking the dog. I'll just be chatting with ChatGPT, thinking through different ideas, and it's a great brainstorming partner. Sometimes it doesn't even come up with the idea, but just having a sounding board to go back and forth has been really helpful. And then I found that it can help you get the creative juices flowing, just being able to go back and forth, share ideas. One of the things as I was in one of these sessions, brainstorming, was what if instead of just kind of a generic maybe business plan builder or something like that, what if it had a twist on it, and what if, let me search Nathan Barry on here, and you can see where I worked with Nathan Barry a long time ago, probably 10 years ago, on a book. We co-authored a book together. I've followed him, along in his journey with ConvertKit, and he's just an amazing guy, so much smart advice. And, it's like, what if you could have Nathan Barry give you this advice? It's not just some generic advice, but what if it was Nathan Barry? Or what if it was someone else you really respected, Jason Calacanis or somebody like that? And AI is actually pretty good at impersonating. I actually tried this as like an MVP. Asked ChatGPT to be Nathan Barry for a while. It was pretty good. Gave a bunch of advice that I felt like Nathan would probably give. So that was another twist on that idea. It can help you go through the things that will help you steelman your idea and make it better. Go through, where does it fit in the market? Where, what is the target audience? How are you going to market it, etc. How does it relate to your skill set? And what's your superpower that's going to make you be able to do this better than anybody else? Kind of goes through those things, but maybe with the personality of someone you respect, and helps you build out and steelman your idea piece by piece. So now we're to the point that we have this idea I have a prototype in my head that will eventually build. Since I'm going to be putting out a video, I need a landing page for this. And so I started drawing one up. And I would not recommend most people go and like build a completely custom landing page. But another observation with AI is like AI will help us for the things that we do well. It will help us spend more time on those things and actually bring it to another level. Oftentimes the delightful things, the things that you often don't have the time for, AI can help you do that because you don't have to spend so much time on other things. AI doesn't just help us be faster so that we can do more, add more features, try more ideas. It can let you skip some of the tedium and actually craft something really interesting. Not to say that this website is the perfect craft. I really only spent about an hour on it. I did try to have fun with it and not just take it off the shelf. I started with an off the shelf things in Framer, and I just kind of customize it until it was kind of fun and what I wanted. So it's this idea, this inside joke of like, hey, everybody knows you shouldn't spend time on your landing page. It's kind of making fun of itself. And it's clear that maybe I did spend time on this landing page in a way that it's kind of intentionally crappy. And it's kind of part of the idea of like Steelman. You take something crappy and you make it better. Your startup idea sucks, Steelman it. Here's a sign up form. Worst case, you get some silly videos of me using AI to try to build a site that never ships. Best case, AI versions of the best startup mentors in the world will help make your idea not suck nearly as much as it does now. Coming soon, maybe. Kind of a lot of inside jokes with the community that I'm targeting, which is like solopreneurs, people who have ideas, often don't ship them, and maybe we'll relate to some of this. So in these videos, I was thinking to try to document my process of building this, marketing it, designing it, in case it's helpful for anybody who wants to follow along. In each of these videos, I wanted to actually show some building. I recorded a video of designing this, but my PC kind of crapped out and don't have that now. So what I will do is I had an idea I wanted to try. And it kind of goes back to the point of with AI, I think we could spend a little bit more time on those delightful details. And in this case, especially because I do have a design background, it's not going to take me a long time. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to do a little more polish and help it stand out a little bit more. So the idea is, what if the whole thing is feeling like it's supposed to be kind of taped together, kind of crappy? But what if to really reinforce that, when you hover over this area, it just starts falling apart? The call to action you really want people to sign up, and we're going to make it a little bit harder to do that for kind of a joke. I'm willing to take this risk. Oh, this is something that I might not usually do, but I'm trying to have fun with this. And maybe that kind of brand can generate more signups because people will share it and think it's funny. But we'll see. It's a risk that I'm going to take. So let's see if we can implement that animation in Framer. And most of the time I'll be using more AI tools. This time you don't need AI to generate for you. It's pretty easy to do this. I like Framer because you can design something and then you have this website and you don't need to take another step. Okay, so let's click this thing. Let's do a hover effect. Let's keep it at the same scale and we'll kind of have it rotate like on a hinge. I'm not sure how dramatic we want to be. Let's try super dramatic and see how that feels. Let's make sure it feels like it's on a hinge. So one corner stays in one place. Let's see how this feels. I'm going to press the play button. It looks like it's avoiding my mouse as I'm going in, which is what I'm going for. I do want to make sure that it is. I probably won't tweak it as much as I want to, just to keep this short, but let me just play it again and see. Did it feel like it? Yeah, it does seem like it's mostly, no, the corner is going up too high. I want the corner to feel like it's kind of in the same place. Let's move this offset a little bit that way, a little bit down. Let's see how that feels. Okay, yeah, there. That feels a little bit more like it's just kind of the corner. You know what? I actually have another idea. What if we do this even more dramatic? 30 degrees. So let's see how that feels. And that gives us a little space. What's that quote from Reid Hoffman? If you aren't embarrassed by the first version of your product, you shipped too late. I want to just kind of make a joke about that. I'm going to try to put some text in here that is basically that quote when you hover over this. And I'm going to copy that quote. All right, this is too big. Let's maybe give it an absolute width. We'll probably need to make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to get rid of the arrow. Let's move this behind here so you can't see it until that thing moves. All right, so let's see how that looks. Let's make this a little transparent for now so we can get to see what we're doing. I'm going to put right at the end just to kind of, I think probably a lot of people know this quote. Okay, let's move this down a little bit. It's probably not, I probably need to either make it smaller, don't use a whole quote, or just make it cut off and that's part of it. Or it could just shorten the quote. We should be embarrassed by V1, right? And that's kind of a, it's kind of like a misinterpretation of the quote intentionally. Okay, I need to make it above. Maybe I'll make it right aligned so that we can see it all. Let's see. 100%. We should be embarrassed by V1, right? Maybe that could work. So this still works. It's kind of weird, but it works. I should change the copy. I'm using ConvertKit, which is Nathan's startup, for this. I wanted to try it. I've never had a chance to really try it. So I should, let me see. So I'm going to pull in my ConvertKit thing. Maybe the, let's see, how do you change the message? So we should change this to be, what do we want? Let's see. What's something kind of funny? Let me actually brainstorm with ChatGPT. I don't have a great idea right off the bat. Sometimes ChatGPT can help me get the ideas flowing. What I'm going to do, actually, at this point, is I'm going to reload this, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT for general feedback. This is something I do sometimes. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of this whole thing. Now I'm going to go to my files and add it in. Okay, look at this with fresh eyes. I'm recording you, so act as if it's the first time you saw the website. Would love any ideas on how to make it better, or to make it even more interesting. All right, I think it's pretty cool that you can upload a screenshot like that and have it give you feedback. Okay, what's working well? Bold, catchy headline, your startup idea sucks. Steelman it, grabs attention. Inside joke of worst case and best case. Playful contrast. Call to action, sign me up. Suggestions for improvement. Typography and logo consistency. The Steelman logo font looks a bit rough or pixelated compared to the rest of the page. It's weird. There's like too many fonts on this page. But I'm going to pass on that one. I kind of like the font. Highlighting the core value proposition. The best case sticky note is excellent, but the value proposition could be even clearer. Consider adding a one-liner above or below. AI mentors turning rough ideas into a solid plan. Real world expertise to make your ideas suck less. Yeah, could be good, but I don't think I'll do that right now. Email input box styling. Yeah, I wish I had a little, I probably have more control. I just need to mess with it on ConvertKit to just make that fit in a little bit better. This is what it looks like when someone signs up. Can you help me brainstorm copy for the success message that is more in line with my current vibe. Oftentimes I'll come with an idea. I don't have a great idea right now. I'm kind of tired. We'll see if it comes up with anything that can strike. Check your inbox so we can start making our idea set class. And check your email to confirm, or else this whole thing never happened. Well done. Now go check your email, check your inbox before we change our minds. You're officially on board. Now go check your email, or we'll assume you weren't serious. Let's see. I kind of like this one. It's good enough for now. I'll probably change it later, but it's good enough for now. Boom, you're in. Check your email to confirm. I rarely just take things from AI, but in this case, it's good enough. Okay, well now we have a working website. I'll have to publish this and see what happens. We'll publish the video. I'll share more about what I'm going to do to market this. I'm going to try to record actually building this with AI. If this format is helpful, let me know. I love any feedback. Is it better to just give you the summary, do the faster version? Is it more long form like this, but good, where you get to see me doing something live, real time? Let me know. Would love to hear. Check out Steelman, sign up, and I'll post videos if you sign up on this landing page. More videos, and you can follow me on Twitter, and I'll post there as well. All right. Thanks for watching.